Wake up, I gotta go get it. Wake up, I gotta go get it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What's goody?
College Couch Podcast, episode 11. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? What's been going on? We are now on that back end of the college football season, man. It's time is winding down. But hey,
Time is winding down.
yeah, hey, you better get your affairs in order, as they say. So
Yeah,
hey,
2 weeks left, and then it's playoff time.
it's
So
playoffs, baby. It's playoffs. It's playoffs. It's playoffs. But
playoffs.
yeah, right. College Couch Podcast. Javaris Harris, Stacks Delbridge, Fair in the building, my brother. What's
What's
going
up?
on?
What's up?
Man, hey. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. For real. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's getting very close. And I mean, just to see the rankings, I mean, just everything is a shakeup now, bro. Like everything is so shaken up. I mean, to see Texas fall 8 spots, like to see Georgia Tech over Texas is insane.
Yeah,
Who
I
would have
mean,
thought?
hey, Texas. At the beginning of the season, we would have never thought this about Texas,
Right.
but Texas, they rallied too late and then didn't have enough juice. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, what do we say? You gotta win the games you're supposed to
Yeah.
win, and then you gotta sneak some games that you were probably not supposed to win in there.
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? And they haven't really done that,
Hmm.
consistently.
And
So
I'm so excited to talk about this Texas team, and I'm excited to talk about this. This show is probably going to be very fun for me because just so many implications are at stake right now, getting into the latter part of the season. So really looking forward to engaging with you guys. Really looking forward to hearing you guys' thoughts on social about this episode because again we have really a lot to unpack. So all right, let's get into it. Top stories of the college football week, y'all. Let's start off with the top story. James Franklin finds a home, baby.
I mean,
James
we knew
Franklin.
we knew
We
it
knew.
was just a
We
matter of
knew.
time. He's not a
Yeah, we
bad
knew.
coach. He just couldn't get
Mm-mm.
over the hump, you know.
Right.
And I think he does very well. Where he's landed at. I think he does very well in a
Mm-hmm.
very winnable conference. Now
Oh, yeah, right.
the
Right.
situation is, I mean, the historically up and down with that team, but definitely able to win. You know what I'm saying, in that conference. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally probably one of the only conferences I would say is up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just never know right now. We
Yeah.
thought we knew, but nah. So I think it's a good spot for him.
And it's so like it shows how relentless he is, right? Because this man had the opportunity to literally sit a year, take a year off, get into anything else but coaching, and he would have took $50 million from Penn State. $50 million. Now his buyout has been reconstructed to $9 million by him taking a job with Penn State. I mean, I'm sorry, with Virginia Tech. That just shows like this man wants to coach, and you could really see it. And granted, I made some comments on social about how the interview went with College Game Day about a month or so ago, but seeing how James Franklin like is really persistent and just showing like, hey, I can be a coach somewhere. Like I know things didn't work out with me at Penn State, but you give me another shot and I can show you why I can become a very potentially dominant coach. And
I
like you
mean,
said, a
he
very
was
winnable
he
conference.
was a dominant coach. He just, like I said, couldn't get over
Yeah,
the hump. Like, I
yeah,
mean, he was, to me. I know a lot of people are gonna say differently or call me crazy, but to me, kind of like a Mark Rick. Like, you have winning seasons or whatever, but you just couldn't get over that threshold. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, that's to me what I see when I see him. Not saying that he's the same coach. I'm just saying as far as consistently having winning records and things like that, and winning good games or whatever, but just not being able to get over that hump.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good coach. I mean, I know I give him a lot of flack or whatever, but that's only just because he can't get over the hump.
Mhm.
He's a good coach. Like, I mean, good coach. Like I
Yeah,
mean, Penn State has been, what I'm saying, like I said, they've been good, just not great.
yeah,
In spots where they needed to.
right. And we could, I mean, if we dedicated some time to this show to where we could name off coaches that are in the same position, that'll be 30 minutes within itself. Like naming just rattling off names of coaches who are in the same position. But I mean, again, it's kind of a fairy tale position for James Franklin being, like you said, a winnable conference. The fans will come. The fans will
Oh,
come. If
and
you
yeah, and that's another thing. Like, it's not
Yeah,
as much pressure to win there.
yeah,
Like, it's like
yeah,
obviously they want to win, but the
mhm,
pressure is not. You're not gonna be seeing him get ridiculed on social media every time they lose. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Or every time they don't win against a top 10 team or whatever. You know, like certain schools, like they have that dynamic. Like, what I'm saying? Like, Bama became that because of Saban. So now DeBoer, every time he loses, is publicized. Like, Kirby, same thing. If he loses, he's publicized. Like
mhm,
Auburn, like if what I'm saying, we don't do what we're supposed to do, is publicized. Like certain schools, like that pressure is way different.
yeah,
Way different. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause these fans is ruthless. Like, it's one thing to be a good fan. It's another thing to be a ruthless one. Like, understanding that, like, a lot has to go well for you to be dominant as a football coach and a program. Like, some do better jobs of it
mhm,
consistently, but it's not easy.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
easy. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm glad he got a job. He got his just due. I mean, it's not like he was hurting for money anyway. I mean, nine
no,
million dollars. That's. I mean, that's still not bad.
yeah,
Plus,
and that's
you making
that's
your
been the
money
talk of the
from.
town.
Yeah, you getting
That
paid. You getting paid from two different. Like, I
yeah,
mean, what else do you want?
right,
Like, I mean, you telling me I'm gonna get paid $9 million from this program, and I'm gonna get my payment from this program to coach. I mean, it's not like, and I got less headache. I mean, it's kind of.
yeah,
I don't think he wanted another big program. It's like, I'm not saying Virginia Tech is not a big program. I'm just saying that it is not. The pressure is just different. Like, you win 10 games there, it's like, okay, cool, man, you did a great job.
that
You
is
win
a that
10
is a
games at
luxury,
Ohio State. You win 10 games at Georgia. It's like, bro, what the heck are we doing? You need to
right?
win out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different dynamic. So
Yeah,
kudos to him. I think he do
that
very
is,
well.
bro. That is a great thing you just said, because Virginia Tech has been through so much as a program that, like you said, winning 10 games, it's a luxury. It is real life a luxury to win 10 games at Virginia Tech, because I think Virginia Tech fans have truly become like, okay, I think that's probably one of the most patient programs I've seen. Like
Uh,
they're cool.
oh yeah, one
They're
of them. Yeah,
Yeah, they're one of them. Like they are like, okay, cool. We'll be patient, but only for so long, right? And now
yeah.
that they have such a respected coach in being the face of their program, they know that good things are going to come for them. Like the transfer portal for this off season is going to look so great for them. I think, because there's going to be a turnaround at Virginia Tech,
For
and
sure.
not only that, you are now going to be able to compete in a conference like the ACC, where Georgia Tech is rising, Virginia is rising, your in-state rival is rising. Pitt is usually a sleeper team in that conference. So you have so many teams starting to kind of make the league look, I mean, not the league, the conference look more competitive, and so that's good. That's what you need for not only the program but for the conference. So I'm expecting big things to come from Virginia Tech. I know the transfer portal is really going to work out in their favor. So yeah, let's see what comes in 2026 for Virginia Tech, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, let's move on to some even like what bro, what are we gonna do with Lane Kiffin? What are we gonna do with this
I
man?
think it's funny. I think it's
It's
funny.
and
I
this
mean,
man,
because I think he's putting on a show for the fans.
yeah, as he
I don't
always
think
does.
any like I think it's funny. Like let like if they want to do all of that, let them do all of that. Like because let's not forget. It's not like Ole Miss is not right there in the thick of things. Like you know what I'm saying. Like they're right there. Like
Yeah,
so it's not and if he does, like this is one of those situations. If he does decide to go to another school and coach, I honestly can't be mad at it. Like I mean, he made Ole Miss relevant again. Like he made Ole Miss competitive again. He made people want to go to Ole Miss and play again.
yeah,
Like you know what I'm saying. So if he wants to go to one of these programs like a Florida or like a LSU or whatever, I'm not mad at it. I mean, we got a bigger program with, what I'm saying, you know, bigger expectations, more money, more power, more leverage. You already was getting talent with what you had, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine the amount of talent that you could get if you go to one of these other colleges.
right,
I'm not saying go because I think he's doing just fine at Ole Miss, and the pressure is a little bit different because once you go to LSU in Florida, that pressure is unmatched. Like you gonna be you know what I'm saying, talked about consistently, whether you win or lose. Like how you make it look when you win, like everything matters when you get there. With Ole Miss, you can kind of get away with it. Like nobody talked about how they didn't make playoffs last year. They were good. They beat Georgia. They did different things that was good that talked about, but nobody talks about how they didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? But you go to LSU, you go to Florida, they're gonna talk about if you don't make playoffs,
right,
especially with it being expanded like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing about those programs, mediocre or just barely getting by is not gonna cut it. They will let you go, don't matter.
yeah.
They fired a coach a year or two after he won a national championship at LSU. Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think he's giving a show to the fans. I
It's
think it's fun to see a coach
it,
actually do this instead of a player. You
yeah,
know,
it. And I mean that's just the Lane Kiffin way. He loves playing mind games. He loves playing the hidden message, game. It it almost gets where you're like, okay, I'm sitting here trying to decipher all these hidden codes he's putting out because like he'll put a picture up of him getting on a plane and they're like, oh, what does this mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's going to Baton Rouge.
he
Oh,
is
he's
a
going to games.
troll.
Yeah, he's a troll. He's a troll. He's a troll. Thank you. He's a troll. He is a troll for 1,010%. Like that man knows exactly what he's doing. And for people, dude, you have people who will literally sit at home and track planes. Like they'll sit there tracking play. Like that is dedication for one, but it's also very
Yeah,
psychotic. Let's put
I'm
that
not
out.
that fan. I love
Right.
my team to death, but
I could care
ooh,
less. I could genuinely care less about who is going where. Like a plane landed in DeKalb, at the DeKalb airport, and people thought Brent Key was leaving to go to Penn State or somewhere, wherever it was. And I'm like, dude, you mean to tell me you people will literally sit at home all day tracking airplanes and the flight numbers?
so what if he was? God
So what?
dog, so what?
Right?
Like
And
what are you gonna do with this information?
exactly. Just to be the first to report it and then it be wrong, and then you're
Right,
looking stupid on the internet
looking
because you're sitting here
foolish.
reporting on just on planes. Like
Right.
why? Like
Hey,
first off,
I
why
just
isn't
seen
the
him get a
FAA getting involved in stuff like this? Like, is this not a crime?
bruh, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like I mean, it's fun. It makes it fun. This is why we
Yeah.
love college sports. This is why we
Right.
love college football in particular But I mean, I like the fact that he's having fun with the fans, man,
Yeah.
and just because I mean, yeah, it's crucial, wherever, whoever, you know what I'm saying. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's out of your control.
Right. Right.
Like you guys, when y'all got Kirby Smart, you didn't know that y'all were gonna be as dominant as y'all ended up being. Like you know what I'm saying. You knew that he was a winner. He had a winning pedigree. He played for Georgia. He's from Georgia. All of that. You knew that much, but you didn't know that it was gonna be this dominant to this level, this fast. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it was quick. He literally took team from not being able to quite get over the hump to like, all right, we're gonna jump over there and we're gonna build a new one so that everybody else can't get over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jokers didn't know that. Like, Jokers didn't know. We knew that he might have been the right man for the job, but Jokers ain't know. Oh, we's gonna get 2 championships out of this.
Yeah.
We's gonna be one of the most dominant college football teams. Like, I mean, if you was to say that you did, I'd be like, bro, you lying. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like we didn't know Saban was gonna be Saban until he became Saban. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before he got to Bama, we knew he was a good coach, but the Jokers didn't know he was gonna go on to be dominant like that for years. Like you just don't know. We don't know. So I mean, so why put all your energy into that and you just don't know? Cause what if
I
Lane
think
Kiffin go to one of these other colleges and then it don't translate from where he was at? Like I mean, we don't know.
I think it looks. Some people may say it looks tacky. Some people may even say like it's not the way a coach should go about things, especially for the fan base to have gravitated towards him. And I mean, granted, Ole Miss is a great school to play at, especially under the Lane Kiffin, the direction of Lane Kiffin. Um, but at some point, it's going to be where whatever. I think Lane is more so of who's going to give me more money, and I think that's where every coach is. I mean, every
Who
head coach.
or what's the best
Yeah,
opportunity?
what's the best
Like
option?
Like, I mean, it's just like you going for a
Right.
job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You gonna play the field just like it just ain't televised. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you apply for 3 different jobs or 3 different jobs available, you might, you know what I'm saying, dibble and dabble and whatever,
Yeah.
and just to see what's what. There's nothing wrong
Plus,
with that. Like,
I guarantee you, a few weeks ago, where I forget what game is after. He's going up to the fans after the game, like, I'm here, I'm staying here. But realistically, it's like, what program is closer to we can win right now? And I just don't think that's Ole Miss. I mean, you lose like really some stars from last year with Jackson Dart and the wide receiver core that he had. It just doesn't look like you're going to get an Ole Miss like that in future years, because that was a team, like, that team really could have won a national championship with Jackson Dart and others. Like, I really think so, and it just didn't happen because I think I can't remember off verbatim who they failed to, but they just didn't reach it. And so I think if he were to go to a Florida, realistically, he would be in an in-state battle with Miami. Realistically, I mean, I don't even think Florida State looks valuable as far as people wanting to go to Florida State, just the way they've been looking recently. And I mean, that head
I
coach over there
mean,
too.
yeah, I mean, but if you going off of how our teams are looking, then he's battling with everybody in the state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
which
Florida
I
ain't look
mean,
no better than the only. I mean, like you said, Miami's look really good, but I
yeah.
mean, you got a lot of teams in Florida that. I mean, you got Miami, you got Florida State, you got Florida. I mean, you got a lot of teams.
Well, that's what I'm
Shoot,
saying. If he were
FAU.
to take
I
the Florida
mean,
job,
that's what I'm saying. So to
okay,
me, if me personally, I think he's in the perfect position at Ole Miss to do something historic.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because he has his biggest recruiting rival is Mississippi State, and don't nobody want to go to Mississippi State. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So And then it's not a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much got the reins to do what you want to do, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're not gonna get a team like that, from last year. But why would you want a team like that? They didn't win anything. You lost a lot of people, but then now you're right in the thick of things again with less talent. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, or arguably less talent. So I think he's in a perfect position to make some shape. You know what I'm saying? He just has to. Fans and him have to stay the course and do the right things and get the right people. Cause like you're one coordinator, one quarterback, and one line away from being a championship contender. Because we've seen teams that have mediocre defenses win championships, but have good quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like I could argue that Joe Burrow's LSU team, that defense to me was not that great. You know what I'm saying? But the offense was just phenomenal. But Joe Burrow, nobody talks about Joe Burrow the year before. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator away, you know what I'm saying, from being elite and a quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get in college football, you have a good quarterback, good offensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying? And then everything else you need, you know what I'm saying, you get it figured out. But especially defense too, but mainly your quarterback, your offense coordinator, that's the big thing. Because I mean, look how with Gunner, his first year with the Reigns, you know what I'm saying? He's got your favorite person looking like a guru right now as just watching that last game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, and he's developed and grown. Like, you don't have to come in being a stud. You just have to grow into that. Like, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So, which Jackson Dart did at Ole Miss. Like, when he first got there, he was like, okay, he's all right. He's not too bad. But when he left, by the time he left, my God, that sucker was. I put him up against with anybody in the country when he left Ole Miss. So I mean, I think out of the three jobs, I think out of Ole Miss, LSU, and Florida, to me, Ole Miss would be best just because you can carve out your own legacy without the pressure. But that's just me. But if you want resources, to me, I think he would be a great fit for Florida.
yeah,
Uh, just not LSU. LSU. You got to have a certain type of grit about you. Like so,
yeah,
the only coaches that I've seen win have had a certain grit about them that you just can't find nowhere but Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
They
I
need they
definitely
need a
think
they need a real hard nosed coach for sure
right.
at LSU.
That's to me because that's their
Yeah,
environment. Like just like how Georgia, you know what I'm saying, Kirby fits Georgia perfect. Like that's the mold. You know what I'm saying? Like, but uh
mm.
yeah, I just think he should stay at Ole Miss because it's not like he's done bad. Like it's not like, and he has not been on the hot seat for not getting over the hump. And nobody has called his coaching into question. Nobody has said anything about, all right, we need to fire him. No, they're just like, all right, we're getting better, we're getting good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you want a challenge, I say go to Florida because it's gonna be a
Okay,
struggle.
yeah.
It's gonna be a struggle.
Well, continuing the talk of the SEC, we gotta. This is our last headline. Tennessee defensive back Boo Carter has been dismissed from the team, according to our friend, good old Josh Hupel. He was dismissed. Apparently, there was confusion as far as him being dismissed and him leaving. Him, just voluntarily leaving the team. But Josh Heupel came back and said, yeah, no, he's been dismissed. And if you are a fan of the Tennessee Volunteers, you're very familiar with that name. Sophomore Boo Carter. Just some just not even activity because he didn't show up for summer workouts. Like he was sitting out. I guess he wanted to. He was trying to work out something with his NIL or whatever it was, but he sat out the entire summer for summer workouts. Like they didn't hear from this kid at all. Like he just was pretty much non-existent. And also when the season started, I think he suffered an injury as well. So it kind of dealt with his injury for him to be dismissed. And then there was, I'm sorry, his injury was what he stated as him leaving or him sitting out, but also he's entering the transfer portal. But from what Josh Heupel said, he's just not meeting the standard in the locker room. So it doesn't seem like he's a locker room guy. He's not being a real team player, teammate. And so I think it's just a bad breakup made public, and I think a lot of people are just ready, or the Tennessee, staff is just ready to move from this young man. So wishing him the best, wishing Tennessee, the best, So I think everybody's just kind of just ready to kind of just move apart. So let's move on. Let's go on to this recap. Man, this is probably going to be one of my favorite recaps of the year because just insane this week 12 was. And also, please y'all forgive me. Last week I had my weeks mixed up. I was saying maybe like 2 weeks prior for the recap, and then the whole game preview. So if you see on the headlines or the little bar at the top, it'll say like week something. Yeah, forgive me. It had been it's been a long, yeah. But if y'all help us make this our main job, we can put more effort into not making these mistakes. So y'all, please bear with us. We're doing this by ourselves. No, we're not paying anybody to do this stuff for us. So, but yeah. But anyway, all right, let's get into these game recaps for week 12, man. We got to start off with this Alabama-Oklahoma game. Brother, tell us what failed for this Alabama team, man.
Lack of a gear. They didn't hit a second gear. They just kind of got stale. Yeah, I mean, no, it's just. I think Oklahoma wanted it more, just from what I could tell. Like they just wanted it more. Defense showed up right when they needed to. Mateer did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was too much for their defense. Like, I mean, he took out some big runs. Yeah, I mean, Bama got complacent, in my opinion. Like, they were so used to, you know what I'm saying, that what Deion say, you got infatuated with success. You know what I'm saying? And intoxicated with success. Like, you gotta have that same grit every week. Doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know it would be this game, but I knew this team was not a championship team. They had been playing great, but it was just like it was just a grind every time to win something. Like, even when they looked dominant, it just looked like they were giving everything that they had just to get over that hump. Like, even against Georgia, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gave everything they had and then let Georgia come all the way back. You know what I'm saying? And had it not been for some stupid mistakes on Georgia's part, they probably would have lost that game too. So it's just like, yes, Florida State game was the beginning of the season. It was a fluke. They want to say whatever, but I think like they just got complacent. And that game, they didn't have any fight, and Oklahoma had all the fight, all of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they was like, nah, y'all want to put us here? Y'all want to say we're not a playoff team? All right, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? They answered the bell. They answered the bell. Oh, yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
um, Bama should they need to work on getting that run game going more, because that's their bread and butter, instead of trying to put it in to Ty Simpson's hands every single time. Like, a pass is coming. You know what I'm saying? And they were running the ball fairly decent, especially with the backup running back. His name escapes me, number 4. But yeah, I mean, they just were too one dimensional, in my opinion, and lacked that fight too. So,
Yeah.
on both
And
sides of the ball.
I'm looking here. This offensive line, I mean, it just the struggles is still looking. I mean, you allow this man to get sacked 4 times, Ty Simpson. That's not you cannot go in the playoffs, especially playing
Right,
a
right.
very and let's be real here. Like, yeah, Auburn, the record might not look, good, but that defense can ball.
Oh yeah,
And so
I ain't know we was
let me tell
talking
y'all
about that
something.
this week, but
Oh yeah. But listen,
uh,
hey, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up definitely for sure next week, especially because man, we gonna have some previews next week. You think these week's previews are good? Next week is gonna be good for rivalry week. So, but yeah, you cannot allow this man to get sacked 4 times, and I don't know whether it was his own mistake or whether the O line fell apart. But
nah, I mean they Oklahoma's
yeah,
defense was ready. Their
okay,
defensive line, they were ready. Like that's why I'm saying, like, I mean, although they dialed up Florida, I mean not Florida, Bama dialed up a lot of great passing plays, they just didn't run the ball as much as I would have liked them to. And they
yeah,
were having some good success running the ball. I just think they try to put it in too many times. They try to put it in Ty Simpson's hands. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he delivers a lot of the times, but I just think you just got to have more of that balanced attack, especially when the line is breaking down like that. With the passing, pass rush is getting to you so much. Like now you're forcing him to always have to make a play on the run, and that's a recipe for disaster for any quarterback. Like you gotta have time. Like your quarterback is not designed for that. Like what I'm saying, unless you are Cam Newton or somebody with some size or Ben Roethlisberger or something like that, then your quarterback's not designed for that. Like he's designed to step back, extend if he has to, but you know what I'm saying, you want to protect that guy. But your running backs are built for that contact. Let
yeah.
them eat. You got Jam Milton, and I cannot remember the backup's name for the life of me,
Uh,
but he is
Daniel Hill.
he Daniel Hill, and he's a beast. He's a beast. He played pretty good. They just did not run the ball as much. Like
Yeah.
to me, and it was working. I was like, why y'all just don't run the ball more? Like um, but like I said, Oklahoma's defensive front, what I'm saying, Oklahoma just defense in general, they played very good. And Mateer, he answered the call when he needed to. The numbers didn't jump out at you, but when you needed a big play from him with his legs or whatever, he made it happen. I think
Yeah.
that last touchdown for them, I think it was him running it into the end zone, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, so but luckily for Bama, there's hope. You know what I'm saying? Unless, my boys got anything to do with it. But there's hope. This is what makes college football so fun because so many things can happen. You can go into a rival week and your rival be, you know what I'm saying, the worst team in the SEC, and it's still a big game because they
Yeah.
are really have nothing to lose and want to put you out of the playoffs. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, Bama just the thing they need to clean up, you know what I'm saying, having a more balanced attack, running the ball more. Defense has got to
You got me? You still
be.
there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool, cool. But
But
yeah, what were you saying?
yeah. Yeah, I think the defense, the front, the line has to be better, the DBs have to be better. They have to complement each other, man. Like you gotta get pressure on the quarterback, and then when he extends, you know what I'm saying, expect that and make a play.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
but that's the
hey,
only takeaways I had from that game. Nothing to write home about on either side. Because it was an ugly game to me for both teams. It was a grinded out game. It's just one team had more grit than the other. The numbers didn't wow you. Ty Simpson's numbers were pretty good. Just because they were throwing the ball 70 goddamn times. I would hope you got a lot of yards. Like, I'm literally like, bro, this is gonna be this play. This is gonna be a pass play. This is like, bro, they're not running the ball.
right.
Like, no way you have Jam Milton or you have Hill back there who are good backs, and you don't run the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? They just need to work on having a balanced attack. Like Ty Simpson, I get you want the ball in your hand, but Joker got doggy. You want to win more, like you need to run the ball,
Right.
like you know what I'm saying. But other than that, I mean that was pretty much it. I mean the defense, Oklahoma's defense handled business as far as um um getting pressure on Ty Simpson and not um breaking. They bent. You know, I will say that, but they ain't break because when they mattered the most, they made the stop. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's pretty much what I took away from this game.
I want to say this right before we go into our second recap. So I found this very um cool graphic. I just happened to be scrolling on Instagram the other day. This is from CBS Sports and Sportsline. They did a collaboration where they projected different scenarios of each conference championship game. And looking at the ACC, the Big Ten, and the Big 12, the SEC has the lowest percentage chances of their conference championship game because this thing is so neck and neck right now because of how different scenarios can play out. So I'll read these different projected scenarios out to you. So there's a 36.4% chance of Georgia and Alabama playing against each other. A&M would have to lose to Texas, and Bama would have to beat Auburn. 33.7% chance of Alabama versus Texas A&M. Alabama would have to beat Auburn, and Texas A&M would have to beat Texas. There's a 19.1% chance for Georgia and Texas A&M. Auburn has to beat Alabama, and A&M has to beat Texas. This one really surprised me. There's a 10.8% chance of Georgia versus Ole Miss. Auburn has to beat Alabama, and Texas A&M or Texas has to beat Texas A&M. Every other percentile on this graphic for the different conferences, 40s, 70, 80. That just shows how competitive the SEC is. That's
Oh, for
insane.
sure, for
That
sure,
is
that's for
insane.
Sure.
That
Cause
is
I mean, cause in the
insane.
other conferences you got one or two teams that you know what I'm saying that basically everybody else is playing for the second spot.
Yeah,
I mean, although Georgia has been in the SEC championship the last few years or
mm-hmm.
whatever, and they've won several of them. Um, but you just never know who's gonna be in that spot. I mean, I was just telling somebody. I was just telling my mom. I was like every 3 or 4 years, like you know what I'm saying. Auburn has a chance to keep Bama out of the SEC championships or the playoffs, and Georgia fans become Auburn fans for a day. You know what I'm saying? Every so often,
Yeah,
and you know, and other teams are like that as well. It's like, man, I hope this team, like, a lot of people are going to be rooting for teams they don't normally root for. That is why
yeah,
people don't understand when they try to say, like, the Iron Bowl is not as big as some of these other rivalries, like Ohio State and Michigan. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, Auburn, Alabama, that rivalry game has so many implications. It's in state and um and it usually playoff, you know what I'm saying, expectations on the line. I
yeah,
mean SEC championship is on the line. Like it's so much that usually goes into this game, you know what I'm saying? So not to get off course, but the SEC is it's crazy. So um yeah, I mean, with that being said, I mean, Bama still has a fight. You know what I'm saying? They have to be perfect through the rest of the way. Obviously Georgia, we know they're gonna get in, not the SEC championship, but they'll make playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, well, we thinking, just we don't know how the rest of this season gonna shake up, but I don't see a scenario where they don't make playoffs.
yeah,
You know, because that'd be kind of tough to be like. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like, even though I can't stand Georgia, it's like, bro, why are they not in the playoffs? Like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I
They've only
mean,
lost one game, you
to
know.
see how Alabama fell 6 spots after losing to Oklahoma this past weekend. I think the odds, knock on wood, if Georgia were to lose, I just don't see their numbers falling because they lost so late in the season. Now, granted, to lose to Georgia Tech, I'm not sure. I don't know how that.
But see, then it's like,
Yeah,
but this is what we were talking about when the 12-team playoffs became a thing. We was like, well, it's not going to be as exciting as the 14 playoffs. And here we are again, just like we were last year. Who's going to get in? Like,
yeah,
like, for instance, like you just said, I forgot all about Georgia playing Georgia Tech and how good Tech can be, or how good Tech is. And they still got a chip on their shoulder from last year.
hmm
Um, so, I mean, if they lose this game, now you have to look at everybody else. So now
yeah,
you become fans of everybody else for a day.
yeah,
Like, I mean, you have to have, like, because they're going to fall if they lose the Tech. That's obvious. And because it's so late, like you want to lose early. We know that, you know what I'm saying? So because it's so late, there's not really, and you're not, and if you don't make the SEC championship, you have no more opportunities to prove
mm,
that you can play, that to make playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That you should be in the playoffs.
yeah,
Um, so you have to win out. You have to win out, because you have no more games after Tech. Now, if this had been a scenario like last year, y'all had one loss, you know what I'm saying, and y'all had so happened to lose the Tech, I would be like, y'all still be good because now you have the SEC championship that you're in, and you win that, you're at a lower, you may be at a lower rate or may have a lower ranking or whatever, but you'll still be in
yeah,
because you had another opportunity to prove that you should be in and against a good team. So right now, if they don't make SEC championship, you kind of got to win out. You got to beat
right,
Georgia Tech because you're not going to just fall one spot because everybody's playing their rivalries. You know what I'm saying? And in there, the teams ahead of you are playing in their conference championships too. So if you fall, like even if you fall 3, 4 spots or whatever, now you sitting around waiting because now you have no more. You literally leaving it up to opinion. Like
hmm
you literally are like, we played a great season. We lost one game. We lost 2 games. Whatever. Uh, we should be in the playoffs. And then you have the committee like, oh well, this team won their conference. You didn't even play in your conference championship, so we don't think you should get in.
yeah,
Even though America knows Georgia should compete. Now, will they win championship? I don't know, but they should be able to compete in it. But because it's college football, at the end of the season, normally it's opinionated. It's a lot of opinions that go into it. It's like instead of like it's the eye test basically. Instead
yeah,
of the numbers and things like that, they say Georgia looks like a team that should be in it or shouldn't be in it because they lost to this team. Like think about us as fans, how we like, oh well, Georgia Tech beat this team, so that means that this team should be able to beat. It's not how it works. Like it's not how it works. So
right.
it's gonna be interesting. It's shaping up to be a another epic ending to college football.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
yeah.
I definitely agree. So, again, like we said, into the thick of it, because right now this is where things start to get very wacky and very wonky. And if y'all know, like I know, and how Stacks knows as well, playing a night game in Auburn, especially against
Oh, it's
Alabama,
haunted. It's haunted.
it's
It's
man,
haunted.
Jordan Hare got some voodoo, man. I'm telling you, y'all got some voodoo in
Yeah.
that place. So. But yeah, so let's move on over to this second recap game, South Carolina versus A&M. Dude, when you like, I kid you not. Just last week I said, man, the only team that can beat A&M is A&M, but I did not mean this way. I genuinely did not mean in this type of capacity because when I tell y'all, I was driving home from work and I was like, okay, let me just check in, dude. A&M was up like 20-9. And no, I'm sorry, South Carolina was up 20-9, and I said, "Oh God, this is gonna happen, isn't it?" And I get home. Thank God, YouTube TV got it together. Thank y'all for giving me my quad box Saturdays back. But I'm like, there's no way. Not right now. Like, this cannot happen this soon after we just talked about last week how good this A&M team really is. After the same day Mike Elko signs a contract extension with A&M. You mean to tell me that you are going to lose on the exact same day where your head coach just gets a contract extension earlier that morning? No way. So I will say this. To see how Marcel Reed, that quarterback at A&M, that dude is one of one. Like, he is one of one. That man went on drive after drive, bringing this A&M team back into this game, and that right there shows why he's a Heisman contender, because that kid is something special for this A&M team. That is the reason why they should, like, let's not forget, they still have to beat Texas as well, and you never know what kind of Texas team you can expect, especially a team that you don't really get a chance to play year after year. But now that you guys are both in the same conference, you're getting a chance to play them. So you don't know what kind of Texas team you're going to get. Now, we're praying an A&M win happens, but you don't know. So I will say this, and once again, A&M, only you can beat yourselves. And I think I'm going to have to continue saying this until they get to the SEC championship, because what they did this past week could potentially be the reason why they possibly could play for a national championship. But we'll see. But now let's talk about this
They play for what?
a national championship, possibly.
Oh, okay.
It's very well possible. But
I'm because Marcel Reed has it up here, and let's give that defense some credit too, because they didn't let that offense score anymore after halftime, really. Like, so you have to give him that credit too. And
absolutely,
I love what Marcel Reed said after the game. I'm sorry for the first half. I'm sorry.
I am
you know
so
what I'm
sorry.
Saying? And some mistakes happen. Like, that's to me, the quarterback position. We all know it's 1,000,005 guys that can spin it, 1,000,005 guys that can run, but it ain't 1,000,005 guys that got it between the ears. Like, the quarterback, you got to be the smartest one on the field, the calmest one on the field, and the most what would you call it? Have the most perseverance on the field. Meaning, you can throw 3 picks and forget about those 3 picks and go throw 3 touchdowns. Like, that's the mark of an elite quarterback. Not, I could care less about how fast you are. No. Cause you're gonna have bad games. You're gonna have miscommunications. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get blamed for stuff that's not your fault. Like, you're gonna get blamed if the receiver runs the wrong route and you throw a pick. They go like, well, who the heck was he throwing to? They don't know he ran the wrong route. You do. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta have that mindset. And Marcel Reed has that mindset. So I'm not mad at you saying that they could possibly win a championship. And I love this for A&M, because A&M is one of those teams where it's like they've had good players, but they just couldn't sustain it and make a playoffs or make the national championship. They just could not get there. You know what I'm saying? Not in my lifetime, at least. But yeah, I mean, they've had, like, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in history with Johnny Manziel and beating Bama and all the things he was able to do, and they still didn't win the championship. Yeah. So, and then they've had, like, let's not forget, just 3 years ago, they had the #1 recruit class and then ended up being terrible. You know what I'm saying? With Jimbo Fisher. I'm just being real. And now look at that.
You're missing one more. A lot of people forget. Kyler Murray was once there for a short time as well.
Yeah, I definitely forgot that.
Yeah. Kyler Murray was.
I did not know he was at Texas A&M.
He was there for a short time. Yeah.
Did not know that. Well,
So
there you go. I'm
yeah,
just saying, like, that's one of them places, like, they've been good and they've been a team that upsets teams and stuff like that, but they just never could get to that place. Then they have a coach that fits the mold of what they want to do.
yeah.
You don't gotta get the big name, just get the coach that fits what you're trying to do. Like, Kirby wasn't a big name, in my opinion. He just fit the mold and had the right, expertise.
Yeah.
He fit the mold of Jordan. Like, I just don't see nobody that's gonna bleed it the way that he bleed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've obviously other coaches could be good at Georgia's program just because the state of Georgia by itself has a lot of talent. So Georgia will forever be good, and then they're not little brother to anybody. No, to anybody, they're the big school. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
else is the small school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like a Bama Auburn situation where you got two big schools or whatever that have done some things and then one has taken the reins or whatever. So now the other one's trying to catch up. No, you got Georgia has always been the big dog in Georgia. Like if you ain't in Atlanta, you ain't seeing too many Georgia Tech fans. Like you go
Yeah.
outside of Atlanta, you're not gonna see too many Georgia Tech fans. You're gonna see people wearing that red and black. So I mean, but you gotta have that mold for whatever team. You gotta know that that's the right fit for your culture, and that's what A&M has. And
Yeah.
they Marcel Reed,
Yeah.
they're gonna go as far as Marcel Reed takes them.
Absolutely. I couldn't
That's
agree
that's
more.
just point blank period.
And I just and right before we get into this last game, I just wanna add, man, South Carolina and Shane Beamer, man, like they could have had a chance to do something really special, like to give A&M a shot this soon. Just how just how Oklahoma capitalized on their opportunity to beat Alabama this past weekend. Like South Carolina was so close, and I think that's been South Carolina's thing this entire year is they've been so close to doing things.
Uh,
And I don't know
but
what it's going to take for South Carolina and Shane Beamer to really snap out of it because now he's projecting or now he's claiming that South Carolina is going to they're going to be CFP like bound in 2026. My friend, you could have did it this year. You had pretty much the Heisman winner. Like people were saying Lenore Sellers was going to win the Heisman in the
well,
preseason.
yeah, I mean, but you
But
can't put it all on
no, 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 no,
coaching
no.
too.
I'm
You
not
can't
putting it
put it
all on
all
them.
on.
I'm not, and that's and forgive me if I'm giving that perception, but
No, I
what
mean,
I'm saying,
I'm just saying for everybody else.
oh yeah, yeah, but
But go ahead,
I'm
go ahead.
just saying this team is too good, man, to let a team come back and rout you like that. You cannot let that happen. You literally had that game won, and it fell apart in the second half. It fell apart in the second half. That is
And
that's not good. That's not okay. That is not
and
going to
that's
keep you around the program for too long. Okay, like that cannot happen. Like that was if I was a South Carolina fan, man, I would be like, man, I not only would I be heartbroken, but man, I would genuinely be like, hey,
but honestly,
we
bro, like I mean, but again, that's why it's okay to go to these programs that don't have as high expectations as a Georgia and all that because like from a Georgia fans expectations or a Bama's fans expectations, absolutely that's not the way to go. But from a South Carolina's fans expectations, I mean, let's be real. Like, I mean, I don't remember the last time South Carolina made it to the SEC championship. So
yeah,
this is a team. This is a team that has like much like Vanderbilt, like that. You know what I'm saying? They had to chug along and wait their turn, and now you know what I'm saying. They're pretty good. I mean, they're not winning no championship, but I'm just saying, like they were able to do some things to get them closer to being in that conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got to think. Just 3-4 years ago, Vanderbilt was the stomping grounds of the SEC, and now they doing the stomping. So it's yes, that shouldn't have happened. Yes, you got it. Like, but we all know games ain't won in the first half. Games won in the second half and the first fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, the kick six. You know, with Jordan Hare. Like, you know what I'm saying? That game was back and forth all the way up to that point. Till you couldn't go back anymore. Like the miracle at Jordan Hare with Georgia Auburn, you know what I'm saying? Last play of the game with the tip drill. Like, I mean, all of this. So it's like you can't play your best football in the first half and then expect that to sustain you, because when you have that much success in the first half, to me that just lets me know you game playing well for them and they didn't game playing well for you.
Right.
And then when it's reversed in the second half, that means you kept the same game plan and they adjusted to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Much like how Georgia and Texas, you know, Georgia had a great game plan against Texas. Texas started to figure some stuff out. Georgia made adjustments on the fly. That's why they won. You know what I'm saying? And they executed well. So it's the
Right.
same thing how with A&M and South Carolina. They put their foot on the gas a little too early and got a little too happy.
Right.
And on the flip side, A&M, you know what I'm saying, couldn't really do much. And, you know what I'm saying, figured out, said, all right, now we need to hit the gas. This is what they're doing. Let's figure this out. Marcel Rear, I got to be better. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Defense, okay, we got to be better. We got to at least give them an opportunity to come back. And they did that. So that was a team win. So for South Carolina, I I think I don't know. I don't think adjustments were made at the half because maybe they didn't feel like adjustments needed to be made because I mean they were up what 30-9, something like that, 30-3, whatever it was at the half. Um, I don't know, but obviously A&M made the adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
um,
Just poor.
yeah.
Just
So I
poor.
mean, it's just
Poor.
unfortunate because South Carolina was projected, but heck, Florida was too. They were
Yeah.
projected to be in that pack or whatever too, but then they fell off too. So I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I mean, you got injuries, which South Carolina's had a few of. You've got, I mean, it's some setbacks that you got.
Yeah.
You know, I
Just
mean, that you
just
can't help.
just poor adjustments by South Carolina, but we'll see though, man. We'll see what comes as next year
And
as
it could
next
very
year.
well just be A&M year, because sometimes it's just
Yeah,
like that. Like, you
that's
know what I'm
true.
saying?
It could be.
Like
It could be.
prime example, like LSU that year they won. It was just their year. Like, I mean, they had a lot of talent, but it was just their year. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
we
man.
just have some years like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Last game. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Georgia, Texas. Georgia, Texas, man. Hey.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing because I know you got. Uh, they
So I'm
said they
talking
put belt to behind, huh?
belt to behind. Belt to behind. Belt to behind, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's 2 weeks in a row. That's 2 weeks in a row, man. I'm liking
Yeah,
I'm liking what I'm
that
seeing.
that was the best. That was the best I've seen Georgia play this whole
Yeah,
year, in my opinion.
yeah. I think and credit to um credit to this defense, man. Like Glenn Schumann has been taking some heat. Mike Bobo has been taking some heat, but one of the craziest stat lines I have seen from just the 3 times that we played Texas. Brother, we have only allowed 83 yards of rushing in the 3 times that we played Texas. 83 yards of rushing. That is incredible. That is incredible. So, for this defense, especially the way that, they still have had some growing to do, they still have had some, maturing to do, they still had adjustments to be made, people, getting hurt throughout the season. They banded together, man, and they played one hell of a game this past weekend. Like I mean, man, it was times where I literally was sitting here, in my bed watching, where I had to get up and get hyped with them, man, because like that's what we need. That is the Georgia brand of defense that needs to be played every single game, every single game. And so seeing that, man, it really made the game very enjoyable to watch. I mean, we didn't have to, worry about a second half Georgia coming out. Like for them to control the game all 4 quarters, man, like that's what I'm talking about. So we got Charlotte this week. Just a very good tune-up game to when they go and play Georgia Tech in 2 weeks. So yeah, man, let's keep building. Like I mean, we're in the latter part of the season. We're getting to where we need to be, and yeah, we gonna get it done. I think we're gonna very much so get it done. And I mean, we could again panning, the way these in state rivalries pan out, man. We could very well potentially be playing for another SEC championship. So we just need things to fall in our favor, and so I like where our cards look, but all we can do is hope
Yeah.
for Texas
Yeah, I mean,
and
yeah,
Auburn to
that's
do what
yeah,
y'all need to
y'all
do.
are gonna be fans
Oh yeah,
this
oh yeah,
weekend. I mean, next
oh yeah.
weekend.
But let's talk about Texas, man. I mean, because granted, this team can do some really incredible things, but man, just how I think Texas came into Texas came into Sanford Stadium and they got. I think they may have. I don't think they underestimated. I don't think they just really fell into the trap. I think they just fell into a trap, and so once that
I mean,
happens,
I don't even think that. I just think it was just mistakes.
and that's what I mean. Like they fell into a trap of just mistakes. Really, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like they fell into a trap
Yeah.
of just not fully being aware of how, like, hey, like this is a team. Hey, like this team you already lost to twice. You know what I'm saying? You would think that something would be
Well, I
there.
mean, a lot of them weren't starters that
Yeah,
last year either.
you're right. You're right.
So
But I
so
mean,
it the sting is a little different. So you
realistically,
know,
if you think about it, I mean, half of the defense returned, like Hollis Simmons, Michael Taft. Um,
but the
uh,
defense the defense can only do so much. Like I mean,
well,
like,
real and yes, you're right. Yeah, and
I mean,
again,
like
like
I mean, because let's be real. Like the defense, as bad as they played the first half, they was only down what 14-10 or something like that. 14 to
yeah,
I mean
yeah,
3 something like that. So it was still a
yeah,
still was a close game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they fell into a trap. I don't think they underestimated anything. I think two things happened. I think Georgia outcoached Texas, meaning that Kirby out because they knew exactly what Sark was trying to do. Like
yeah,
all the crossing routes covered. Sark's signature. All that was covered. All the play action screens covered. That's another Sark signature. So they got out coached. Sark didn't do anything different from what he did last year, and they knew that. Like you
yeah,
can't like go into like that's like us going into the Iron Bowl every year, and when Bama has the same coordinator, and then we like, oh well, they got the same coordinator, but we not gonna we know what he gonna do, but he probably gonna do something else. No, it's not.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you don't do the same thing, if you do the same thing, or like if Bama's coming to us and we got the same coordinator and we running the same plays, they know the formations. Like
right,
you got 2 years, 3 years worth of like they know the formation, they know what you're trying to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like those crossing routes on the back end, they already knew that was coming up. That's boom, that's dead. So now you gotta go to your secondary, which is the quick screen play action. That wasn't there. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And then when you dialed or something that was there, they was dropping passes. So it's to me, I think they got out coached. I think they got outplayed, and I think they beat themselves up. Meaning
yeah,
that they didn't like in order to beat Georgia or in order to beat any team that's supposedly better than you, you have to like with Bama did with y'all. They took what you guys gave them and capitalized. It wasn't a lot of drop balls. I mean, it was a couple, but not many. And then you have to be able to overcome when they start being better than you. Meaning, like, the defense makes a stop. Okay, next time you come out, you know what I'm saying? You make big plays, or your defense gets a stop. You got to be able to consistently sustain that.
Yeah.
And like I said, they got outplayed. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then and to be honest with you, Arch wasn't playing bad. It's just the receivers weren't catching. When they caught the passes, that's when they scored the touchdown and everything like that. But it was a little too late then. Georgia had already had all the momentum. You know, so what?
I want to challenge that claim, but I'm gonna let you finish though.
What challenge? Go ahead, challenge it. Challenge it. You making the faces with challenge it.
So, okay, I'll put it like this: it wasn't all on him. It was not all on him. I mean, the man still finished with 251 passing yards, so he was moving the ball. Cool, but I will say this: there also is going to I'm going to point some of the blame on just preparation from the O line. Now, granted, I'll put it like this: just how you don't know what I know, I've been saying that you never know what type of team you're gonna get. We didn't know we were gonna get this type of Georgia defense. So, yeah, he didn't play bad, but at the same time, there's going to be a time where you can't say, or we're going to have to realize, like, Arch has to get into a rhythm of being consistent. And what I mean by that
What?
is,
What?
I, what I mean by this is Arch is going to have to come to terms and really dial into being, if not elite quarterback, as coming into next year, because he's going to have to return. He is going to have to realize that there are going to be times where you're going to be tested, and for him to be in his first season, these are great tests for him to really turn it up going into next year. So, yeah, he played okay this game, but he's going to have to play in-state rival in 2 weeks. The training wheels got to come off. I think we can only let him get away with so much, right? And
So you said training wheels. Like, you
yeah,
do realize that he just went up against Georgia,
right.
the head,
I
a
get that. I
defensive
get
minded
that.
head coach that was
Right.
at
I
Georgia.
understand, and that's what I'm saying.
And
I get all that. I get
so
all that.
you saying the train? Go ahead.
But we can't. But my
Go
thing
ahead.
is, I'm just saying, we can't, especially when he gets into his second year next season. We can't continue to let the same excuses just fly by for him. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
that
Like,
we have no film to go off of beside this year. So
but
this,
that's
I'm
what
saying,
but I'm
you
saying.
talking about
But
next
we.
year.
But no. But
That's
I'm just
that's
saying.
next year. We talking
We've
about
seen
right
him.
now.
But we've seen him in enough games to say, hey, if Texas actually wants a chance to play international, or even be, CFP eligible, because there's no way Texas should be at 17 right now. There is no way. Texas is too good of a team to be at 17
So you
under
put that
Georgia
all
Tech.
on him.
I'm not putting it all on him. I'm just
So
saying.
so wait wait wait
No, no,
wait
no, no,
wait
no.
wait.
I'm not
No
putting it all on him.
no.
I'm just
I
saying.
can
As
absolutely
a
see why
team,
Texas is being
I'm not
so
putting it all on him. I'm
so,
not
so
putting it all on him. But I'm just
no,
saying.
what I'm saying with that, I could see Texas being where they are because look who they've had to play. They
I
literally
agree.
had to
They had a
play
tough
the
schedule.
reigning. Yeah, so I mean,
They
you know
had
what I'm
a
saying? Like, I mean, so
cool,
so look,
but they played the defending championship, the defending champions, who they only lost to by 7 points. Like let's
in
not
Archer's
let's
first
not
start,
right,
in his
but let's
first
not
start,
we again they could have won that game. They only lost by 7 points. It wasn't like
but
Ohio State
his
routed them.
first start, brother. Like
I get
like
it. I understand that. I understand it was his first start, but at the same time, we can't. I'm just saying we can't allow for the same things to happen going to next season. I'm just saying.
that's next season. That's next season.
I get
Yeah,
it. I'm just saying.
complete
I don't.
completely agree
I
with that.
just
I'm just talking about this game in
okay.
general. Like next year, that's a whole different thing. That's sophomore season loading, and you're a
Yeah,
senior. So
yeah.
yeah,
But
that's
I mean,
absolutely.
I guess he. I mean,
But
I guess.
for this game, for what he was asked to do with because I mean they dropped 3-4 passes in the first half that were borderline touchdowns. Not to say that that would have changed the outcome. I still think Georgia would have won, but that would have made the case and made it a closer game. Those things like you got to catch the ball. Line has to block. Like if you have zero time, like he had zero time to do anything. Like don't get me wrong, some passes were off the mark, but a lot of that was because of the timing was off because y'all's defense was in the backfield by the time he hiked the ball. Like I mean,
Well,
for him to have I'm shocked he had over 200 yards just because of how
yeah,
fast they were in the backfield. Like they were in the backfield by the time he said he hiked the ball. Then he could not go through his progressions. Like I could see if the guy had all day to throw and it was throwing
yeah.
picks out the wazoo. Like, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't say he played astronomical. I just said he didn't play bad.
I
Like,
just
you know what I'm saying? He had the one
yeah,
pick or whatever. Like, separate the hype from the man. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, let's be realistic. Like, you have basically, like, especially on the offensive side of the ball, defense that's different. Like the defense, they can only do so much. You can't score unless you create turnovers, and that's harder to do than scoring points. That's why the offense's job is to score, defense job is to stop them. So, um, that it's pretty much a new team on the offensive side of the ball with the starters or whatever. His first start, he's at Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Which nobody does well at Georgia except for Bama. So that's the only team that does decent at Georgia on the road, like against Kirby Smart. Like I said, like how can you play great if your coach, your play caller, is being outcoached by the other team? Like your 1, 2, and 3 option is gone, and by the time and you barely get a chance to get to 3 because they in the backfield already. So I mean, you can't really put like Sark has to be better with calling better play. Like people know what he's trying to run. Like literally, the announcers was even calling out what he's trying to run.
yeah,
Like they was like, oh, they covering up this route. They covering up this route. This is Sark's. You know what I'm saying? This is what he likes to do. So if they know that, you don't think Kirby has now faced you 3 times in the last 2 years? You don't think they know that, bro?
yeah,
Like, and as a first time starter, like that is a hard position to be in because now you're asked to be Jesus when this is your first time playing against Georgia, the number 5 team at the time, in the nation, and 2-time champion and defensive mind, Kirby and the defensive coordinator. So I mean, I just like I said, I think he didn't play terrible, didn't play bad, like he didn't play great. He played okay. He played, you know what I'm saying? You saw the glimpses. Um, um, but what I think needs to be checked, like I think it was more so Georgia has Texas's number, much like Bama has Georgia's number. Like I text you that night, I said Georgia is Texas's, Achilles heel. That's their kryptonite. Like Georgia is like, and just like Bama is Georgia's kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Some you got teams like Ohio State and Michigan. Like Michigan has become Ohio State's kryptonite. Like you know what I'm saying? They figured out ways to beat Ohio State consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like it just happens. Like I think that night, I think Texas had a good game plan, but then mistakes started happening, and once the momentum goes, and then Mike Bobo he called one heck of a game, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, like he didn't just do bubble screens. You know what I'm saying? He was getting the crossing routes going. He was doing the play action. I mean, he was getting his quarterback in space the way he can make easy, accurate throws. Kudos to Gunner. He was making his check downs. He had time. You know what I'm saying? He was making the right reads. He was seeing pressure. Everything was checked. So if everything was checked on one side, that means they game plan correctly, outcoached the other team, and then the talent ensued for Georgia. The talent, like everybody got a touch for Georgia. So that should tell
Yeah.
you that it's not just Arch. Like just the quarterback get blamed. Because had Georgia lost that game and it had been reversed, everybody would have been talking about Gunner. But now they're not talking about him because he made it happen.
Mm.
So I just think people have a hard time separating hype from the actual person. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we have had high hopes for Arch, but we forget this is his first time starting. This is what I'm saying. Sark is still learning how he likes to do things. Arch is still learning like his offense or whatever. This first year. Now next year, if he plays like this, I'm with you. No, you know what I'm saying. You might just be a bust. You know what I'm saying? First year, to me, you get grace. Like you're in the SEC with a hard gauntlet. You play the defending champs your first game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's to me, like I mean, because Quinn Ewers last year and the year before that, he had some ups and downs or whatever.
Right.
So I mean, and then he ended up being in primary state to beat Georgia, but they didn't beat him. So I mean, it's like, I mean, call a spade, get them credit. Like Georgia just outplayed them, like and outcoached them. That's what I think. You know,
All right.
because to beat a top 10 team, to beat a Georgia, you got to execute, take what they give you. And you know what I'm saying? Don't try to be Superman. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they didn't do that. Like,
All right.
it's not like he's
Well,
a vet and he can do. You know, that's his man. That's just me.
yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong,
All right.
but that's just me.
Hey, we'll see. We will see come next year. But yeah, man. Yeah, Georgia just could look dominant, and I mean they really just control the game. So yeah,
Most complete
yeah,
game they've had all season on both sides
yeah,
of the ball. Yeah.
yeah. 100%, 100%. All right, let's keep it gets to a point real brief because I definitely want to talk about these these week 13 game previews. So, I the question is going back to James Franklin. Is could the hiring immediately elevate the Hokies? And well, we kind of answered that already. Let's talk about this. Will it take significant time for Franklin to rebuild Texas? Or I'm sorry, Jesus, not Texas. Will it take him some time to rebuild the Virginia Tech culture and turn Lane Stadium back into the hostile environment it once was for visiting teams?
Yes.
You think
Yes.
so? It won't be an immediate.
No, it wasn't immediate with Saban. At least he was not great the first year. Kirby wasn't great the first year.
Yeah.
Like what I'm
So,
saying, 2 3 years. I think like yeah, because I mean you
well,
started from ground zero
I'll say it like this: with the hiring of James Franklin, and people, I think what I'm asking is people are excited again. Like what I'm saying, like Virginia Tech could genuinely have a
for
chance to
sure,
control the ACC. Like
for sure.
you get a night game of Virginia Tech. Inner Sandman comes in. You got everybody jumping. You got everybody going crazy. And you mean to tell me like it's gonna take some time for that to come back, or is that not gonna be happening as far as like next season starts? Like,
No, well to your point was the when you established Virginia Tech already has their culture of how they like to do stuff, but I'm saying it's gonna take time for them to get to a winning culture. To me,
okay,
to me,
okay,
just because you started from ground zero. So I mean, I'm not saying that you can't shock it and have that, but
mm,
building a program, like it's one thing. Like with Georgia, they were, you know what I'm saying, right there at the threshold. They were winning 8, 9, 10 games consistently every year. They just couldn't get to the championship.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But you're taking a team that ain't even in the conversation for top 25 at the beginning of every season. You know what I'm saying? Like you're taking a team that has tradition but doesn't have a culture of winning. Like, like much kind of like how Auburn. Auburn has tradition, but the last 5 years we haven't had a culture of winning. Georgia has Georgia has tradition, and they have a culture of winning. Even before Kirby got there, they were winning. They just weren't winning in the capacity that fans wanted. Bama, you know what I'm saying? One of those situations um uh where you weren't great, you weren't good, you just was kind of in that midpoint, and you get Saban that first year he was terrible. Like,
mm,
well, he lost to a team that was easily beatable. I forget which one it was. I think it was Louisiana Monroe or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And the next year, that's when they started getting it going, and then the year after, that's shoot, history. You know what I'm saying, speaks for itself. But I think just because Virginia Tech is not one of those schools like right now that everybody's like, this is where I want to go. It's not like
yeah,
one of those schools. Like, yet it can be, should be, but it's not like one of those schools. Like, you know what I'm saying? My most memorable player from Virginia Tech is Michael Vick, and he's from Virginia.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's my most memorable player. You know, I can't really say anybody else outside of that. No, I'm not saying that there hasn't been any, but that's my most memorable one. Him and Marcus Vick, like, and they brothers.
mm,
So
right,
but I think it's gonna tradition they have, but culture of winning, I think it's gonna take some time to establish that, just because they haven't had that in so long. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, they haven't had that in a while, but the good thing about it is there's not as much pressure to get to
yeah,
that culture of winning like it is at Penn State or Ohio
mm,
State or Georgia or
yeah.
Bama or heck even Auburn now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fans want to win, but shoot, you don't think them fans would be cool with 8, 9, 10 wins? They'd be absolutely thrilled. Like, you gonna
That's
lose 2 games, three
listen.
games?
The magic number is six to get a bowl game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you
Yeah,
go 7, 8, 9 games, you know what I'm saying? That's a step in the right direction for them.
right,
As
right.
opposed to you coming to a Florida LSU, like, heck no, them jokers 8 wins, 9 wins, no. Like, we making playoffs. No, this is
Exactly.
no. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I think it'll take a while to have that culture of winning established. But as far as what to me, what you're describing is tradition. Like, that's a tradition. That's something that you already do every year, regardless if you're having a winning season. I think,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. It just feels better when you're having a winning season. That's
See,
just like if Georgia was to have a losing season. You don't think that, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna still have them same traditions, the ugly and all of that. Yeah, they're gonna still have all of that. It's just they wouldn't have that winning culture like they have now.
yeah.
That's so I think it'll take time to build that.
So,
Yeah.
so just to wrap up, do you think that they can be? Do you think that they can be or return or become a hostile environment in the ACC, or do you think they'll just be like, all right, away teams come in here?
Eventually. I mean, I can't say. Yeah, I don't know how long it'll be, but
Okay,
I think eventually they will. Because
okay,
James Franklin's a good coach, so I think eventually
yeah,
they'll get to that point. You
okay,
know,
all right,
I give it 4, maybe 5 years. If he's
okay,
still there, they'll have that.
okay, all right. All right, so I think I'm gonna do something. We've never done this on College Couch Podcast, right? So I have 4 games listed, and I've been sitting here contemplating. I'm like, do I want to call an audible because I'm really sitting here looking at this first game that we have, and I'm just like, is this even really worth talking about? Like Florida State, NC State, is that worth even talking about on this podcast for a game preview? I don't think so.
At
So
at
should we
one
call
point
an
it was,
audible?
but no, not anymore.
Should we call
Yeah,
audible here?
yeah.
Absolutely not. Well, I think this. I think the next game looks a lot more respectable than Florida State, NC State, because man, just two teams that have just really just fallen off the mend for the ACC. So we're just gonna skip that one completely. We're gonna move to another big ACC game. Like the ACC is really shining for Week 13. So let's move over to Louisville versus SMU, man. Kevin Jennings versus Miller Moss. Just really two good quarterbacks in the ACC, and I think this game is really going to look very decent for Saturday for the ACC. And I mean, I'm looking forward to see how this one plays out. Two teams that really don't have. Let me see here. So I think SMU possibly has a chance to make it in, but I'm not sure about. I don't think there's a scenario where Louisville could be in. Let me make sure.
No, Louisville had some great games, but no, I don't think. I
Yeah.
think it's a little too late for them.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I did see a SMU on here now my Wi-Fi want to start tripping. But either way, I think this is really going to be a solid game. Um Realistically, I think the spread is like super close for this game as well. What time do they play? Let's see here. Yeah, 2.5, man. Both 7-3. Um, I like the odds of this game, bro. I really like the odds. I'm excited to see. I'm excited for our game picks to really say who I think is gonna win. But man, just two really good teams. I mean, they just have played like really good football in the ACC this year, and it's just kind of crazy, that they didn't really get to. I mean, I think Miami, Virginia, and Georgia Tech have really just been showing up for the ACC more than these two teams have. But really, Louisville and SMU are just two teams that you really don't want to, underestimate as far as in the ACC as well. So yeah, we'll see. Also, game of the week, Oregon USC. Oregon and USC really should be a great game. Dan Lanning versus what is USC's coach name? You know it. It's help me, help me,
Oh,
help me. Um,
God, if you want to ask me, because I always get Dan
Lane
Lane and
Kiffin and
him
him confused.
mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get Lane and him. God, because he
Right.
came from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, him.
This is the fun part of the
Um,
podcast.
God, dog. Uh, oh, what is his name?
Lincoln Riley.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley.
O'Reilly.
Good old Lincoln Riley. And also, let me say this real quick because I don't know if you've seen, but a wise young fellow by the name of Joshua Pate made made a claim or said that there's possibly some speculation of he could possibly be leaving USC very soon. Like soon. Like keep your eyes glued to your phone soon. So I don't know. Now, granted, as a mentee of Josh's, the man usually ain't wrong. So I don't
I
know.
mean,
That would
I
be
mean,
crazy.
that wouldn't be crazy to me. He ain't did nothing at USC.
Oh well, I think it would be.
I'm just being
I mean, you're
real.
not wrong. You're not
If you
wrong,
can
but at
tell
the
me what
same
he's done at
time,
USC, then you let me know.
right? No, you're. That's fair. I agree. But I mean, just. But how crazy would it? I mean, would it be to see him pull one of these or another SEC job, like, or just
I
be
mean,
at
that would be dope.
yeah, I think so. That would be
That would be dope. But
pretty
I
pretty
wouldn't be
pretty.
surprised.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. That's fair.
I wouldn't be
But yeah,
surprised. I don't.
I, I I'm
I don't
I'm
think
excited to
nobody would
see.
be mad.
Yeah,
I really don't think nobody would be mad. Like, cause I mean,
all right. I think Oklahoma's
USC
probably
ain't
ready.
sniffed the championship yet.
Yeah,
At least Oregon has sniffed the playoffs, and you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. And yeah,
I think
yeah,
that would be
I don't see it.
really. I think that would be something.
I'd say it's time.
Yeah,
I would definitely say
yeah.
that it's time.
But I think two two
If I'm yeah.
two two offenses that really have shown up this season, USC and Oregon, like Dante Moore, Noah Whittington, Jaden Mayava from USC, Jacoby Lemon, all those guys. So this is a great. I think this is a
Yeah.
great game of the week. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it pans out for them. And yeah, Georgia Tech versus Pitt for the last game preview. I like Georgia Tech's favor.
Should be
I mean, I like Georgia Tech's odds, but Pitt, man, Pitt is always that team that like there are so many sleeper teams in the ACC, and that's the crazy part about it, man. Like the ACC has been such a like toss up because like the most dominant teams always end up losing to the sleeper teams in the ACC. That's crazy to me, bro.
mm,
Like the ACC really has been a toss up this year. So what are the odds Pitt actually ends up beating Georgia Tech this weekend, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy to
I
think
mean
about. Like
I
Georgia
think
Tech could end up losing again. What were you
yeah,
saying?
and that would make the Georgia Tech game that much more interesting
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
it's
I
like
think so.
okay, well, we're playing for a playoff spot, but we can kind of possibly knock our rival out. So I'm just saying. I mean, obviously you want to make the playoffs and knock them out too, but it's not saying that Georgia will be out of the playoffs, but possibly the path
Yeah,
ain't so clear if they lose to
right.
Tech. So
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
yeah,
I
but
agree.
hey, the way college football goes and how this season's been going, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, as much as I want
Mm.
Georgia, like I just want Georgia Tech to be good again. Just so the
Wow.
state has bragging rights, like you know what I'm saying, like what?
So just got this in as soon as I'm going to get our game. Oh my. As soon as I was going to pull up our game picks, I see on the good old tablet here, Florida is set to meet with Tulane head coach John Summerall. All
Sweet.
right, we'll see. We'll see.
That'd
We'll
be
see how what comes out of that.
yeah,
Interesting.
that'd be a
All right.
good fit. Yeah.
That would. I mean, a lot of people have been speculating that John Summerall will probably be the next group of five coach that comes and joins a P5. So we'll see. I like it, but okay,
I mean,
all right,
he's been good everywhere he's been, so I'm not mad
yeah,
at him.
yeah, all right. Hey, that really just spiced up the Lane Kiffin talk too. So we'll see. But yeah, man, let's hop into these Week 13 game picks as well. So all right, Friday, 8 p.m. on ESPN, we got Florida and North Carolina State. Who you got?
Hmm. I got
Bro, keep it professional, man. Come
I got
on.
North Carolina State actually, bro. I got North Carolina State.
Yeah, I think with North Carolina State pulling off that upset against Florida, I mean Georgia Tech, early in the season, it really has me thinking like that defense is really they can put up with Thomas Castellanos and probably create some havoc to where they get a W. So I'm gonna go North Carolina State on that one. 12 p.m. ABC on Saturday. Number 23 Mizzou. Number 8 Oklahoma. Who you got?
I got Oklahoma. They hot right now. They
Yeah,
coming off a big win. I think they keep that momentum rolling.
yeah. Oklahoma has all the momentum needed after beating and upsetting Alabama. So I'm gonna ride with Oklahoma here. 12 on Saturday, ESPN2, Louisville and SMU. Who you got?
I got SMU. I like SMU. I think I got SMU. I like Louisville. I got SMU though.
Yeah, I mean because like this game is so close and like comparison, man. I mean, it's really hard to say.
It's a toss up for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna go Louisville. 3:30 p.m. Saturday, ESPN, Kentucky and Vandy. Who you got?
Huh. I actually got Kentucky in this game. They have been on a tear. Like,
yeah.
Since that Auburn game, they've like in them speculations with their coach, like as far as like him about to lose his job, they've been playing lights out. Their defense is, oh Jesus.
You talking about Stoops? Mr. Stoops gonna lose his job. Okay. All right. I think Diego he has to close out the season the right way. I'm gonna go Vandy on that one. 4 p.m. on Saturday, ESPN 2. Yeah. ESPN 2, Kansas State, number 13, Utah. Who you got?
I got Utah. Kansas State ain't really been playing too good.
Yeah. I don't know. Avery Johnson started kind of good, but I don't know. I'm gonna go Utah on that one. I'm gonna go Utah. 7 p.m. Saturday, ESPN, Pitt, number 15, Georgia Tech. Who you got?
I got Tech, man.
Yeah, I think
it's a hard one, but I got Tech, man.
Yeah, it's a must win for Tech, especially going into next weekend versus Georgia. So that gives them an opportunity to just kind of again this tune up game for them to really get things in affairs in order before they play Georgia. So yeah, I'm gonna ride with Tech. All right, 7 p.m. on Saturday, NBC, Nebraska, Penn State. Who you got?
Oh, I got Penn State.
I'm gonna go Nebraska. Nebraska's defense
Battle of the
pretty
Trash
good.
Can.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Battle of the Trash Can teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nebraska. Defense looks really good. Defense has looked good this season, so yeah, we're gonna roll with Nebraska on that one. 7:30 Saturday, ABC, number 20, Tennessee, Florida. Who you got?
Is it Tennessee and Florida? Oh, I got Tennessee.
Yeah.
I have no more faith in Florida.
Yeah.
Absolutely no more faith.
I'm gonna ride with Tennessee, man. I'm gonna ride with Tennessee. All right, 2 more. 8 p.m. Saturday on Fox. Number 11, BYU, Cincinnati. Who you got?
BYU.
I'm gonna rock with BYU. All right, last and not least, 3:30 Saturday, CBS, number 16, USC, number 8, number 6, Oregon. Who you got?
I got Oregon. Go Ducks.
We're gonna take Oregon on this one. Yeah, we're gonna take Oregon. I think the offensive game is gonna be very high powered, but Oregon's defense is gonna prevail in the end. I don't think USC has a defense to save their lives. So, yeah, I like that one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for y'all today. Thank y'all for hanging out with us for over an hour and a half and kicking it with us as we talk shop and get some things in order. Continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe as I throw this belt over my shoulder because y'all better do it. Yeah, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for all the love support that y'all continue to give to us. We greatly appreciate it. Without y'all, there is no College Couch. So, yeah, man, thank y'all for rocking with us. Stacks, my brother. Take us home, man.
You know what you throwing that belt at me? I'm just saying. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the College Couch Podcast. Well, College Sports reign supreme. Hey, y'all tell a friend, tell your cousin, tell their auntie them College Couch Podcast is where it's at. If you guys are an athlete that needs some shine, let us know. We want to give them their just due. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate y'all for everything, rocking with us, whatever. But we got bills to pay. We gone. Wake up, I gotta go get it.